Boom. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Tuesday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. What was that? Oh, no worry with Tucky. Hey, do what you gotta do. I know you're probably at work, so thanks for tuning in while you can. So, what is going on, everybody? Today, we're gonna be taking a look at another beer from, of course, you know, my favorite brewery of all time. You guys have heard me talk about these guys plenty of times before, but I just love this brewery so much, so I decided to do another one because I have a good amount of their stuff in my possession. So today we got the Absolute Zero Quadruple IPA from Adroit Theory. And I'm excited because Adroit Theory does really enjoy making those higher ABV IPAs. And when it comes to this one, this is going to probably be up there with some of the more like hoppier and pinier kind of renditions of what I've had. Who knows? Because when it comes to a lot of their high ABV IPAs, there's definitely a nice amount of sweetness that balances out with them to kind of like hold back on that boozy punch that you would usually get. So I'm pretty damn excited. I'm always excited for anything when it comes to this brewery just because a lot of the stuff they come out with is just absolutely fantastic. So it's a West Coast style quadruple IPA brewed with double dry hopped with Citra, Simcoe, and Strata hops. So I'm expecting a lot of citrus flavors, a lot of piney, dank, resiny flavors, along with kind of just maybe adding a nice kind of, maybe a little bit of a floralness, maybe a little bit of a tropical fruit kind of note in there. Who knows? But I'm not expecting this to be like a crazy hazy IPA at all. I'm not. I'm expecting this to be kind of more golden in color, kind of stuff that you would expect from just like your normal kind of West Coast style. It's definitely to maybe have some murkiness to it, but I don't think it's going to be to the point where it's like a glass of orange juice kind of look, if you know what I mean. So without further ado, it's time for us to crack this guy open and see what this thing's all about on the nose. So let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Definitely getting a lot, well, like a stone fruity kind of note coming through. Maybe like a little bit of like peach or passion fruit kind of on the nose. Definitely a good amount of sweetness coming through, which I was really surprised. I didn't know if this was going to be as sweet on the nose. Well, because there's definitely, when it comes to a lot of their other kind of heavier IPAs, it's definitely more citrus on the nose, but this one's like a sweeter, kind of like a peach, passion fruit, stone fruity kind of thing going on here. So yeah, it smells absolutely delicious. So, gonna be drinking out of my Heart of the North glass this afternoon. Let's just see how this guy pours. Oh yeah, it definitely has more of that golden kind of color to it. I would consider this more murky than anything. I wouldn't really consider this like a hazy IPA. It's just like your kind of West Coast style IPA that everybody loves nowadays. And look at that nice golden color. Yes, there's a slight murkiness, which I was expecting, but that color is just absolutely looks fantastic. Yep, getting a little bit of like a boozy note coming through, but still kind of having a, when I poured it, definitely the citrus from like the Citra and the other hops in there started to come out a little bit more. Yeah, it smells absolutely delicious. So without further ado, it's time for us to give this guy a try. So, cheers everybody. Happy Tuesday. Oh. So, yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. Definitely. Right up front, you get like the nice hoppy, dank, kind of piney bite that you would expect from this kind of IPA. But then there's like a very, very nice undertoning sweetness that kind of fleshes like the booziness that you get from it. So you get notes of like, I get notes of peach, a little bit of citrus. And the citrus is definitely not the most predominant flavor that this mixture of hops is bringing off. Definitely loads of like peach and maybe like a little bit of like tropical fruit, maybe like a pineapple mango-y situation. But that lingering sweetness at the end is outstanding in this one. Holy crap. You can definitely tell it's a 12% just because the booziness is definitely there. I'm not going to steer you guys wrong on this. It's pretty boozy. But overall, that underlying sweetness that kind of cut off that over, like almost to the point where it's not an overwhelming booziness, is just fantastically done. Holy crap. That just sounds absolutely delicious. So, let's see what Untapped has to say about this guy. So, unfortunately, with my Absolute Zero, it's the Ghost 998. But if I remember correctly, Absolute Zero, I believe this is the one to where they have a different variation. It's definitely, but they do like different Ghost series of it. So the one I had was the Ghost 988 or 998, where this one I think the one that's more available and that's being brewed, and most likely the one that you can see at liquor store bottle shops, is the Ghost 1050. And looking here, because I'm going to use this one to kind of give you an idea of some similar beers to this one, then we'll go back to the other one because that one's no longer in production. So this is like maybe another variation of this, but it'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what similar beers would be like to this one. So let's look here on Untapped. We got one here from Frau Gruber Brewing called the Strain of Fate, which is a 9.2% triple IPA, which was collaboration with Tin Man Brewery, Seven Island, and Seven Island Brewery. So 3 breweries came together and came out with this one. Looks pretty delicious, definitely not going to lie there. We got the Regimen, which is the Ghost 1056 from Adroit Theory on here. Then we got one from Brewdog, which is the Hazy Jane Peach, which is like a 5% New England IPA. But to be honest, I think that Hazy Jane might be bringing off similar flavors. Well, of course, you get this peach and the stone fruity kind of notes that I'm getting in mine. The only thing that you're not going to have in there is the booziness. It's not going to be boozy. It's not going to be like that over predominant, like, I don't think there's going to be much of like that danky kind of piney, resiny kind of flavor as much in that Brewdog one. But I think it'd be pretty damn close with the kind of natural stone fruit peach kind of flavors that I'm getting off this. Maybe you'll get a little bit of citrus off that as well. But then what else we got here? We got one here from New Image Brewing from their Pure Isolation line, which is the line they use like 2 different kind of hops, and they kind of play around with using hop terpenes and all that kind of stuff in this line. So we got the Pure Isolation Galaxy and Strata Fusion, which is a double IPA, and they use like the terpenes and stuff from hops that they bring off. So that might be a pretty damn close one. And then we got one from To Oi. I don't know if that's even it's their hashtag double IPA and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, Cascade, Citra, and Simcoe. Okay, so they use Pilsner malts, wheats, and flaked out. Okay, so to be honest, I'm leaning really towards this Hazy Jane. Of course, there's definitely going to be differences when it comes to if you have the Hazy Jane from Brewdog. You may get those peach flavors from the hops that they use in there, but like I said before, you're not going to get the booziness. You're not going to get that overly kind of piney, danky, resiny flavor that this one brings off. So, but it'll kind of give you like an introductory feeling of having a beer with the hops that brings off stone fruit flavors, having maybe some citrus, having that kind of some of those peach flavors come through that the hops gives off. So I think that one, the Hazy Jane, probably be my pick for the most similar in my opinion, just because I feel like the peach flavors are going to be very similar to one in this one. So who knows? You might be able to still find the Absolute Zero Ghost 998 at liquor stores or a bottle shop. I know they're around in liquor stores and Total Wines and stuff in Virginia and all that stuff, so you may be able to find a batch of that still sitting around. But looking at the description of this one, its description says featuring a crisp, quaffable body and loaded to the brim with forward notes of grapefruit and resinous pine. You'll barely notice the booziness with each sip. Yeah, this is so smooth, so easy. It's an easy drinker, but definitely it's dangerous. That's for damn sure, because if you're drinking a 12% and you treat this like you're drinking like a 5-6% ABV beer, you're gonna be put on your ass really quick, really damn quick. So let's see here. It says on Untapped it's a 12% ABV, like I said, and with over 749 ratings, this one has an average rating of 4.2 out of 5 on Untapped, which is pretty damn solid. So let's see what other people have to say about this guy. So it looks like you can still purchase this one at like Total Wines and all that stuff, because this guy purchased it at a Total Wine in Fairfax, Virginia. So he gave it a full 5 out of 5. Purchased at Total Wine and More in Chantilly, which is in Fairfax. Let's see, we got a 4.5 out of 5 purchase from Tavor. Let's see, we got another 4.5. We got a 4 here, 4.5. We got a 3.5. This guy got it overseas, because I know Adroit Theory is kind of making their way towards like Australia and Japan and China, all that kind of stuff. So knowing that they're getting their stuff available throughout the world, it's pretty damn awesome, because this is a brewery that needs to be available in every beer store near you, in my opinion, just because I think their beers are that good. So let's see, we got another 3.75 purchase off Tavor. We got a 4.25, another 4.25, 3.75, 4.25. So yeah, most of the ratings I'm seeing is up that in that kind of 4 and above rating, which I can kind of appreciate. A lot of people are drinking this. Somebody drank this at Beer Zombies in Warm Springs. Somebody drank this at a Audio Snob listening room. So bringing them to all kinds of locations, sharing with their friends. So yeah, overall, pretty damn good ratings on this one for sure. That's what I can definitely say about that. So let's start figuring out what we're going to be doing for ratings on our end here on this guy. Can art. Do I really need to say anything about this can art? You guys saw my Instagram post. One thing I have to say about this can art is outstanding. That's the one thing I can probably say about this. Even though they didn't really, I wouldn't say they didn't take advantage of the whole real estate. A lot of the times they do. But I can see why they only did this, because they usually put like when it comes to their food pairings and all that stuff, they put it on the side of the can. And of course having their like normal kind of stuff where it's their 3 logos. They're saying consume life, drink art, their location, all that stuff, Adroit theory on the side. But look at that. That's just awesome in my opinion. Absolutely awesome. Comes to the skulls, multiple skulls having like a demon head. So it looks like kind of like an Aztec sundial in the middle. I don't know if you can see it, like a small Aztec sundial in the mouth of the demon skull kind of situation, having like almost like a crest you would see on a door kind of situation. Not really sure how the name Absolute Zero relates with this picture, but overall the picture and the art on this is outstanding. Absolutely fantastic. With easy 5 out of 5 for can art for me. So before we move forward on this one, let's look at what the can says are good pairings for this guy. So let's see. I'm not even sure what kind of meatloaf sandwich this is, but it says bulgogi meatloaf sandwich. So I'm thinking maybe, like, I don't know if that's bologna. I don't know, but it's saying a meatloaf sandwich, so this one probably goes good with beef. Your kind of red meats, I would say this pairs pretty well with. And then their cheese, probably it says beehive cheese. Promontory? I don't know. Maybe it's a beehive cheese, so maybe like a more of a sweeter cheese, I guess. So maybe when it comes to having a little bit of like a sweeter kind of dairy would be good with this. And then for cigar, they have, I'm not even going to try to say that one. And then for music, of course, Adroit Theory likes to do music pairings because they're big metalheads like I am. They have The Room of Shadows by Pagan Altar as their music pairing for this one. So I always enjoy that they do this one. I think this is okay. So this batch out of the 998 from Ghost 998, this is number 1533 out of 3700 they did for this guy. So pretty damn cool. So let's see. If I got this beer in a flight, wait, did I say the rating for the can art? I don't remember. 5 out of 5. Of course, I'm not going to really beat around the bush when it comes to how awesome this can art is, because it's fantastic. Let's see. If I got this beer in a flight at Adroit Theory, would I get another one? Abso-freaking-lutely. It's like how I was saying before, how dangerous this is because of the booziness. You know it's there, but how quickly it gets cut off for like the nice natural sweetness that this beer brings off from like the stone fruit flavors the hops brings. Definitely the citrus kind of balances out, maybe adds its own element of like citrusy sweetness almost. So it's just perfectly balanced, absolutely just delicious. Yeah, this is definitely a really, really good one. So let's start figuring out what my final rating on this guy is going to be. It's going to be a tough one. I know it's going to be high because I really, really like it, but I don't know what I'm going to put it at out of 10. I'm going to probably give it a solid 9.25 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic. If you can get your hands on this one, do it. You will not be disappointed. If you can get your hands on other renditions of this Absolute Zero, I think if you're a hophead, if you enjoy like your quadruple IPAs, your triple IPAs, this is definitely one to keep an eye out for, because I think this is something that most hopheads and people who are like really hoppy beers will probably enjoy. It's that good. So overall, yeah, another fantastic one from Adroit Theory. I wasn't downing them one bit when it comes to coming out with another one. I really haven't had a bad beer from these guys since I've started getting stuff from them. So overall, fantastic job from the team over there. They did an awesome thing. They're always doing awesome stuff with the beers they're coming out with. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is pretty much what I have for you guys today. So thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are amazing. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. It would help me out a lot. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well, as along with the notification bell. I'm getting closer to 500, guys. I'm trying to get that 500 subscriber rate thing going, hopefully soon. Maybe you can, if you have any friends that are craft beer guys, you want to kind of shoot my stuff their way, that would be helpful. Maybe, who knows, they like seeing this kind of stuff. If they don't, it's completely their objective, and whatever they want to do, they can just do it. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, let's see, what else do I got? I think that is it. So Of course, if you want to see stuff from Adroit Theory possibly come in your area, of course, one of the big things I can recommend, get a hold of your local liquor store or bottle shop that has a lot of craft beer. See if they can get their distributor to carry anything Adroit Theory, or if they can get it to where they can possibly bring it into the storefront, all that kind of stuff. Or, I always talk about this company as well, if you want to see stuff from Adroit Theory, get yourself onto Tavour if you can, because it's a great platform. You can order beer from them. They're out of Washington State. They can ship it directly to your door if you have the availability to do it. So when you create your account, all you need to do is just set up, like, put in your zip code when you're creating the account, and then they'll let you know right away if you can get stuff shipped to you. And most likely you'll be able to see stuff from Adroit Theory showing up. Adroit Theory comes up pretty commonly on Tavour, so I can always guarantee that at least once a month you will have something showing up from Adroit Theory on Tavour's app. So it's available on Android or iPhone if you want to just download it. It's a really, really cool platform. But the main platform I want you guys to get into, if you're into craft beer, of course, and you're on social media, you need to get yourself over to Untappd. It's a great, great service that they have. It's pretty much what I call it, social media for beer drinkers. You can check in beers, get badges for the beers you checked in, all kinds of stuff. They have different, like, promotional codes for different services within the craft beer industry on that app and on their site and everything. It's just a really, really fun place. You can check in beers, see what your friends are drinking, see what's popular in your area, see what's popular, like, trending when it comes to craft beer globally and, like, within your country, within your state. There's so many different ways you can narrow it down and see what's popular around you. So if you haven't shot me a friend request on Untappd yet, link to my profile is down in the description below for you guys. I would love to see what other people are drinking as well. But you can see people like me, Kentucky, Duchess is on there, Lee's on there, Not the Real Gerard Butler, Typhon, Sean and Lizzie are on there. Kevin K is on there. There's a bunch of people from the usual chat and when I'm doing these reviews on Untappd. It's just a really, really fun platform. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I have for you guys today. So again, thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. Thank you for everybody on the replay who's going to come and watch this. You guys are awesome as well. Need to make sure I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'm going to end it like I always end it before we get the hell out of here. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I'll see you all next time. Cheers.